In today's Legal Minute, many people would agree that marriage takes a lot of work, and it usually does, work that can be really rewarding. But divorce takes a lot of work too, and that kind of work doesn't come with many rewards. When you're in the midst of divorce, far too many things can go unconsidered because you're in the heat of the moment. Wendy Divozzo, an attorney with the McCurdy, Wojtyla, and Porteous law firm, offers practical advice for anyone who's going through that process by giving a top 5 list of what you should and shouldn't do during a divorce. Number 1, don't rush through the divorce process.
A lot of people get to the point where they realize, okay, this divorce is going to happen. And once they get to that point and they work through their emotions to the point where, okay, I guess it's going to happen, some people get where they want it over with right now and they're ready to sign on the dotted line. Well, let me just say, it takes a long time to disentangle a family. The finances, the actual physical property, the dishes, the linens, the stuff in the garage. That takes a long time. And the longer the marriage, the longer it takes to disentangle everything. Don't rush it. The more rushed I see the divorce process, the more prone to mistakes I think the process is.
Number 2, do be flexible and practical throughout the divorce process.
Don't do anything, here's a good one, don't do anything just out of spite. You will regret it somewhere down the line. Some people talk about karma and whether you believe in that sort of thing or not. It's probably going to come back somewhere to bite you. Don't do anything just out of spite, and don't expect your attorney just to do anything for you or on your behalf out of spite. That is not what the attorney is there for.
Number 3, don't ignore the tax consequences of divorce.
If you have, business interests and or you've been self-employed ever in the recent past, make sure you see your accountant about what the tax consequences of your divorce may be.
Number 4, do remain reasonable and level-headed.
This is one of the hardest times in a person's life going through this. I see people go through a whole range of emotions. One day they are in my office crying and upset and beside themselves, and then I may see them the next day and they're flying high, happy. So, the range of emotions is incredible. And I never know what I'm going to get from one day to the next. So just try to remember to be practical and flexible.
And last but not least, number 5, don't be vengeful.
Be reasonable. And again, they all kind of go together, but be reasonable. That will also serve you well.
What an attorney is, therefore, is to remain neutral, make sure you're not taken advantage of, and to use their expertise to provide practical advice for your situation. I'm Abigail Blackrick with today's Minews26 Legal Minute.